Hello everyone, it's Louise here from Eleanor Grace, just with a little update for you. This is around the last part of our Japanese inspired stitch along. I am also going to do the little Kanzashi hairpin, show you how to convert those. And there is another Kanzashi video coming out next week for those who ordered the pack. But this is to get you started for next week. So this is about our Boro sampler. Now, as you can see, this one I have had completed. This is something I did quite some time ago, but I've updated it recently. And much as we can't recreate this 100%, we can recreate this as much as possible. And what I would just say is for now, for you to get together for next week. And these are all the things that you're going to need. There's not actually a lot that you really need, but I will show you. So what we want first of all is to have some pieces of linen. Ideally, linen would be better than cotton. If you really can't get linen scraps, then you could have cotton, but this will look so much better with bits of linen. I have a tiny bit of linen left on my Etsy shop, but I will be putting together some more little linen bundles shortly as well. It doesn't matter if these are all square or not, because as you know, Boro means rags, quite literally. So if you just have little offcuts like this and you're just putting them all together, then that's absolutely fine. That's, you know, sort of what we want to achieve actually. So if you can get any offcuts of linen, that's absolutely perfect. If you can't, then obviously to get something of a similar weight, but linen is ideal. Okay, for the backing of it, we are going to use some fabric like calico would be probably best. Quite a light to medium weight calico, nothing too heavy. Or if you have anything similar, which is of a quite, you know, not too thick a layer. We wanted just a very fine back layer for all of these pieces that we're going to stitch together. So calico is ideal if you can get a bit, and calico is usually lovely and cheap. So if you can get some calico, that would be great. So we've got our bits, we've got our scraps. Now if you ordered the pack, you will have had some scraps of linen in there. So that is this is what we're going to be using these for. And also what you need is some thread. Now I'm going to show you my piece again. For this, I really do recommend, and if you have been stitching a while and you haven't tried it yet, I absolutely would recommend you try some cotton perle for this. Cotton perle will be lovely. It gives a lovely shine. You can also get it in variegated, so you can start stitching and it'll take its own pattern. It is lovely. It's a lovely thing to stitch with. If you haven't got cotton perle, and perhaps you haven't got the funds or the time to go and get some, there should be, for those who had in the pack, would have had some Sashiko thread, so you can use that. Although I would say, having used this, I like it, but it's harder to stitch with than cotton perle. Cotton perle is so easy. If you're looking out for cotton perle, you want cotton perle 8, which is this sort of thickness, which is the usual thickness. And yeah, cotton perle 8 is lovely. I mean, we get it over here. We get Anchor or DMC usually. But also there are firms that sell hand-dyed cotton perle. And those are absolutely wonderful. Things like paint box threads. I think I've got one of them here. This is a cotton perle 8. Now they do send abroad, so you can get you definitely can get some of theirs if you wanted to. These are lovely. Actually, these are not a lot more expensive. There's not much difference in it. You probably get a little bit less thread rather than paying more. But it is so lovely to work with. It really, really is. And if you haven't delved into the world of cotton perle yet, then I really recommend this one. Will look so much nicer with cotton perle, but you can do it with anything that you've got. So if you've only got embroidery floss, if you can get a variegated one, that would be, that would be absolutely perfect for this. And what we're going to do is go over some of the stitches. You can also, if you want to, purposely, if we're thinking about Boro being rags, you can purposefully, sort of stamp, if you've got any stamps, or if you want to dye with a bit of tea. So here the lady sort of spattered old tea dregs on this corner of the bit of fabric. What you're wanting to do is to put together something that is purposely not going to look perfect. In fact, it's going to look like what it is, which is rags all sewed together. So if you want to get experimenting, if you've got a bit of linen or a bit of fabric, you want to see how it takes up, some tea or maybe some coffee. Even, if you have got any stamps, I've got some lovely Indian stamps, and I might be stamping mine with those. But if you haven't got hold of anything, there's all sorts of things you can do to make your fabric look old. So you can have a little bit of fun. You can make it, look a bit scrappy. And of course, we're going to leave all the edges all sort of unbound and all lovely and relaxed. So this is going to be really good fun. There are other types of cotton perlé as well, so I will just tell you in case you are looking. I would recommend that you probably do this project with cotton perlé 8. There is also cotton perlé 12, which is finer, as you can probably see here. It's a lot finer than the cotton perlé 8. This is the 12 in this lovely wine sort of colour. And that would equally be good. So if you've only got that in your stash, that's absolutely fine. You can use that, no problem. And another one, which I've bought a pack recently, it's quite exciting. I might even try, this is cotton perlé 3. So with the sizing with cotton perlés, the smaller the number, the bigger it is. So there is cotton perlé 3, 5, 8 and 12, and I think there might be 15 as well. So 3 is very thick, 5 I haven't got any of, 8 is my usual, and 12 is the other one I use a lot. So these I bought at the one of the recent vintage markets, and yeah, I think I might even try with this and see how hard it is to get through. I think it'll be a bit tough, but I might give it a go. So what I'd say is get all your stuff together in time for next week, and then next week we will be starting our putting together of our Boro piece and having a look at some of the stitches and taking some of that over. The other thing that you can do, which would be really nice, bear in mind that you are doing this as a practice piece, so it's not necessary that this is going to hang up and have pride of place. This is a little bit of fun. This is a sampler, so this is something for you to try out. What the person did here with this fabric is had some pressed some leaves into it. And I have seen some people do all sorts of techniques, hammering leaves and flowers, even putting leaves and berries into vodka or other liquids and steeping them for a few days and then dyeing bits of fabric. If you've got fabric paints or pencils, anything like that, just to make your piece not look so perfect. We're wanting to make it look a bit a bit rugged, a bit a bit Boro really. Yeah, have some fun with that, and I look forward to next week, where we will get some pieces together and have a bit of fun with what we're doing. The other thing I was thinking you could do as well is potato stamping. It's a very old thing, isn't it, that we used to do at school. Cut out half potato, cut a little groove or little design into it, and then stamp onto fabric. So whatever you've got, even if you think the ink or whatever will not be suitable for the project long term, let's have a go with some fun things. So I might do some hammering of some leaves and see if I can get some of the dye to go into the fabrics, and I will be putting this all together for you for next weekend, and I will see you then. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye.